Hey YouTube, Set Guy here. Today I'm going to talk about the Wenger 65mm pocket tool chest. This was Wenger's version of the Mini Champ. Now the Mini Champ is 58mm, and you can see the pocket tool chest is 65, so you can see it's just a little bit bigger. But then if you look at the thickness of it, the pocket tool chest is a little bit thinner, whereas the Mini Champ is 5 layers, the tool chest is 3 layers, and it's got some unique tools on it that's not on the Mini Champ. Now I'm going to do another video later that I'll compare the two, but today we're just going to talk about the pocket tool chest. Now to start off with, it has a pen blade, and then fingernail file with a little bit of a point to use to clean under the fingernails. And then it has a flathead screwdriver, bottle opener, and wire bender. And as you can see right here, key ring. Over on the other side has the scissors, and one of the things, or two things that I like about these scissors, they're the same size as the Victorinox, but the spring, the back spring, as you can see there, is where it gets its tension from. And see if this will focus here, if you can tell, but the actual scissors blades are serrated. Now comes with an awl with a needle, an eyelet, sewing eye on it, and then the edge, it's got a very fine point on it. The edge is not sharpened, and then this small hump here, as you can see there, is a cuticle pusher. And then the last tool is a micro flathead screwdriver. This works very well, I should say, on the eyeglasses. And then in the handle here is the tweezers, and this one I bought used, and it was missing toothpick. I'm gonna have to try and find me the toothpick that goes into the handle there. Now the pocket tool chest, since Victorinox bought Wenger out, they make the Delmont, I believe, series of knives, which are the Wenger 65 and 85mm line, and a couple others. So you can now get this, and it's got the, still get this, but it won't have the flat scales on it. It'll have the ergonomic scales on it, but the tools will be the same. Now I found this to be a fairly handy little knife, and I found that carrying this over the last couple of weeks is very useful. But I found there's a couple other tools on the Mini Champ that I use a little bit more. If I could combine the tools off of this, mainly that fine screwdriver, over onto the Mini Champ, That'd be a good thing. Let's get the specs out of the way on this. Closed at 65 millimeters, which is 2 9/16 inches. Opened is 110 millimeters, which is 4 5/16 inches. The blade, matter of fact, all the blades are basically the same size, is 45 millimeters, which is 1 3/4 inch. The weight is 35 grams, which is 1 1/4 ounces. As I said, I've carried this for a couple of weeks. For those who are on the Sack Collectors webpage on Facebook, I got this when someone said, let's do the Pepsi challenge, and he offered this knife and this knife, a mini champ, together for 30 bucks. I couldn't say no. That was just a deal too good to pass up. One, it gave me a pocket tool chest that I have not had before. And believe it or not, I actually gave one of these to a friend of mine when I was in Germany. I got him a small Swiss Army knife so he could carry it in the sleeve pocket of his flight suit. But I never bought one for myself. So now I have one, and I've played around with it. I've used it some. It's a handy little pocket knife, fits into your 5th pocket of your jeans. Doesn't take up much room in your pocket, and it's got several tools on there that are very handy to have with you. Pretty much impressed with this. I really like it. I think I might be trying out some more of the Dearmont collection. I might even get a version of this one from that collection to play around with, add to the to my collection. So if you are looking for a handy little knife and you don't like the 58 millimeters, this is just a little bit bigger, about a 1/4 inch. Hope you enjoyed this little review of the pocket tool chest. If you have any questions or comments, please leave below, and remember, always be prepared.